Now, on the internet, if you're on there, you're going to see a couple handfuls of atheists who've deluded themselves into believing that their 5 minutes of fame, running their mouth about how dumb or delusional God is and how he's from people's imaginations, they think because they have a couple commenters every once in a while that go, "Yay, I've got mail," that all of a sudden they have somehow impacted and changed the world. Which, by delusion, by definition in the dictionary, my friend, that is definitely cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. What do you think, Rich?
Absolutely. I mean, you use the word, these guys, crazy, absolutely crazy, because they're so false. Absolutely false. If these atheists who are online, these militant atheists, these people who are in the media, on TV, these people, if they were to actually be in reality, I'm talking about the society as it is. If they were to be like they are on the internet in real life, they wouldn't live a day. Because they're so false. To live in reality, where there's the consensus is that people are good, they acknowledge there's a God. But if atheists come into the world, if using that ego they use online in real life, they just completely corrupt themselves. Because no one would want to associate with people like that. So what do they have to do? Atheists have to be false and pretend that they're nice. I said this to an atheist online once, who was being disruptive, and I said, "Would you act like this in public?" And he said, "Oh yes, I would." And I said, "Well, in that case," I said, "you are by definition a social terrorist, because to terrorize is to just make people be in discomfort, in tortured, essentially, and physically, in some cases, mentally, and sometimes physically,
Exactly.
and this is awful."
Exactly. And the issue is that these folks, they literally, they will tell you straight to your face, at least through the internet,
Yes.
that they don't have any hope.
Yeah.
I mean, that's basically what they're saying to you. They're saying, "I am convinced," this is their words, "that they are nothing but chemicals that have no real moral stance foundation. They are literally morally bankrupt, Rich. They believe that there is no actual purpose for justice. They don't see any meaning, and that's the reason why they talk and discipline God all the time. They don't like the idea that there is a supreme being that holds us accountable for the things that we've done. They would like to believe that the universe will go into non-existence and they will never be remembered anyway. And technically, when you think about it, they're not remembered really anyway while alive, because they're not offering or contributing anything. And when it comes to science or any answers on the universe, they don't have any. The only thing they can do is tell everybody else, "You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong, but I'm not going to tell you why. I'm not going to give you an answer. My mama bought me some magic shoes,"
Yeah, exactly. It's a complete charade. The whole thing is a complete charade. They veil themselves in this false ego, but when it comes to it, they just don't exist. These people they really don't exist in real life. I really can't believe, if I was an atheist going around telling, I hate believers, I hate theists, I hate people like this, and you were to go into public, people, being that the majority of people are public, they're not going to like that, are they? It shows no love to anyone to have such an aggressive hatred. So it doesn't fit in with society. They're always having to veil it.
Exactly. And the thing is what is one of their big stories, one of their big plots is, hey, my life is limited, because they don't believe in the afterlife, so that means that this is all they got. Yeah. So whenever they go out and they make all these kind of videos on the internet and they're going through all these different blogs and typing, "Oh, your God's dumb," that's literally what they've decided to do with this valued time they claim to have.
Yeah.
I mean, yes. does that not just make you turn around, smile in the mirror, and go derpy derp, like a little bird waiting for its worm? Derpy derp.
Exactly.
Well, I was talking to a female atheist in one of those hangouts I was just talking about the last couple of days, And she just thought she was so clever and so brilliant and stuff. Her little toes were twinkling like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. And she said, God comes from your imagination. Yuck, 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 yuck. And of course, everybody just cheered her on and everything. And then I said, can I ask you a question, young lady? And she's like, sure. Like she just thinks she's going to pull it off like Richard Dawkins, right? And I said, where did your imagination come from? And she just went, derp.
Well, I'm talking about atheists. I'm talking about these people who refuse education, even on the most basic foundations, because they know better. You know, and I'm literally quotation marks. I'm actually, you know, enacting right now, because even everything they argue for goes against what they say they are. If you say you're an atheist and you have to propose that there is no mind behind the universe, there's no mind behind it, it's completely without intelligence, but they believe themselves to be intelligent. But if some intelligence is greater than no intelligence, surely us being human and having intelligence and the universe having no intelligence, we should be able to make our own universes. But a man can't even make a blade of grass. So how can he say himself intelligent? His argument of being an atheist is self-defeated by the very fact that he is intelligent.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's no need anymore to sit through atheist advertisements on YouTube videos anymore, because I'm going to do a very brief stint of what an atheist will always say to you, so you don't have to keep watching it over and over. It's literally defined as insane if you keep doing the same thing over and over again and listen to the same words. Yeah. So here's what an atheist video is going to sound like. I was born to die. The universe is going to grow cold and alone. There's no such thing as love. It's like biting into a candy bar. I'm nothing but a chemical, so there's no such thing as murder or killing or death. Nothing to worry about. We're all going to die. We're never going to see our mothers, fathers, brothers, and sisters again. Isn't that wonderful? Now please subscribe and donate to my PayPal.
A dialysis machine is a telenomic aggregate of matter. A machine was formed from selected parts or elements, which were comprised together for the purpose of mimicking the process undertaken by the kidney. But both the kidney and the dialysis machine serve the same purpose and the same definition. So by definition, the kidney is designed with intelligence.
There's another thing too, Rich, and I'm sure you've probably pointed this out and put this, but even though you're absolutely right that there would have to be a creator, an inventor, someone behind it, a designer, a prime mover, there's also, why does any machine at all ever come into existence? Why does any machine ever get designed in the first place? Precisely. The intention behind it is purpose.
Purpose. Absolutely.
The atheist has to ask himself, what is the purpose? That is one of the most difficult questions that a non-believer has to answer to themselves. What is my purpose?
Yes.